Welcome to Las Vegas. Vegas has long been a foodie's destination and has some of the best cuisine in the entire country. But with so many great options and just a short weekend getaway, how do you choose? Well, we have scoured the web for some of the most highly recommended restaurants, and in true Vegas fashion, we're gonna let chance decide where we'll be dining this weekend. So to determine where we'll be eating, we downloaded this app. It's a random spinner wheel, and we uploaded all the most highly recommended restaurants as our options. We recommend that on your next Vegas trip, you try this too. So down in the description is a list of all the restaurants that our spinner wheel will be choosing from.
Time for the first spin of the day. If we can get this in front. Andrea, would you do the honors of pressing the button?
All right, it's our first night here in Vegas. Let's see what our first meal will be.
Nacho Daddy.
That sounds good.
I have no idea what it is.
Or where it is.
I think you picked this one. All right, so we are going to Google what this place is and where it is, and then I guess we'll see you there.
Well, we made it to Nacho Daddy. So Nacho Daddy is famous for their gourmet nachos, award-winning margaritas, and something a little crazy called their scorpion shot. So we might check that out. Unfortunately, one of the downsides of doing this sort of spontaneous dining experience is there are no reservations. So sometimes they'll run into a little bit of a wait. So we just got here and they told us it was probably going to be about 2.5 hours. So we'll probably just go poke around the shops at the Miracle Mile and just kill a little bit of time.
When's the last time you went to like an Applebee's and they're like, oh yeah, it's about 2.5 hour wait?
Well, clearly this will be better than Applebee's.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, it's a Taco Bell Cantina with cocktails. We have to try this. Only in Vegas will you find a live DJ at Taco Bell.
I think this is the most ridiculous thing. You order your Taco Bell, but then we also got frozen alcoholic drinks where you pick whether you want rum, tequila, or vodka in them. So we got a Baja Blast alcoholic and then a rosé alcoholic, and they're delicious.
Well, that was so fun. I remember a few years ago hearing about these Taco Bell cantinas and thinking it was so stupid, but I realized I think location is just amazing because here on the Strip, when you just want a quick eat and a giant drink, perfect. Well, thankfully, our 2.5 hour wait ended up only being about 45-50 minutes, which is kind of crazy anyway because there's really not that many people here. I don't know why it was such a long wait. We got a couple of their house margaritas. I got just kind of the standard house one.
And I've got the white peach one, which is tequila with white peach puree and peach schnapps.
And they're both very good. I think the peach one is a little bit better and just a little more unique, so we'd recommend that one. They have a ton of cool different nacho options, but we wanted to go a little bit different and a little less traditional, so we got the filet mignon nachos.
It's definitely unique with the filet mignon. I really do like that, but it kind of feels like a fairly standard nacho plate. I don't think I would wait 2.5 hours in line for this.
Yeah, it's good, but it's not blowing my mind. So this comes with some pico and a unique salsa on it. However, John has a bit of a tomato allergy, so no salsa for him. But it's actually really good, and I think maybe adds that kick that it's missing otherwise.
To wrap up our meal, we tried the famous scorpion shot, which is a scorpion and a shot of tequila. Andrea chickened out, but I tried mine, and it was a little bit like swallowing a large pill. You could kind of just feel it getting caught in your throat as you went down. Now, since Andrea chickened out, I wasn't going to let a scorpion go to waste, so I tried just chewing the second one, and I gotta say, it was not pleasant. It was a little bit like chewing on a bunch of popcorn shells. But I did get it down.
So, just a quick 1 to 10 score. What would you give Nacho Daddy?
I'm going to give it a 7 or 8.
Okay.
I feel like it's not a destination in of itself, but if you're around the area, like good nachos are good nachos, and the margaritas are great, so it kind of has grown on me over the evening.
Yeah, I'd give it a 7. I think it was yummy. The drinks were awesome. It's a really cool atmosphere. Service was great. But yeah, that wait time was insane. Thankfully, it didn't turn out to be quite as bad as they said. But I don't think it'd be worth a 2 hour wait. But if you have to wait 30 minutes to an hour, I'd say it's worth the visit.
And we got to discover the Taco Bell Cantina because of it, so therefore...
Then it's a 10 because Taco Bell Cantina is going to take the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're ready to spin for day 2 food. Andrea will do the honors.
All right, let's go.
It is now a couple hours later. We've had a couple more drinks, and I think we've lost a non-insignificant amount of money in the casino. And now we're at Eataly. So apparently...
Eataly!
She's had one too many cocktails. So this place is 40,000 square feet of shops and restaurants, and I think that it's a lot of like quick service, grab and go type restaurants. They've got like a grocery store, they've got a bar, I think there's a restaurant in there, all Italian themed. So I guess we're just gonna go in and find food that resembles Italy and eat it.
It's kind of like an Italian food court, so we're excited to see. I think we're gonna walk around, see what they have, but I highly predict we're gonna end up with pizza.
Yeah, that's such a bad way to put it. It's food court.
A fancy
food court.
Italian food court.
Cheers. So maybe we start with a glass of wine?
I've never had an Aperol Spritz, but the bartender recommends, so I will give it a try. Ooh, it smells fruity. It has like a hint of orange or apricot. I would say it's like almost like sangria, but a little bit stronger and orangier. We weren't exactly sure what an Aperol Spritz is, but Aperol is an Italian bitter aperitif made of gentian, rhubarb, and chinocchia. Shinanakana.
It is officially Shinanakana.
Among other ingredients, whatever those may be, it has a vibrant orange hue. You can see that. Its name comes from the French, well, that's not very Italian, slang word for aperitif, which is apéro. Oui.
We've got our drinks, and now we are in line for Italian pizza.
Pizza.
I will not be getting the pizza that has broccoli on it. What is wrong with this place?
I think it's broccolini to give you some credit.
Doesn't make it any better.
All right, well, we got our pizza. Only maybe it was a 10-15 minute wait. But we also got some gelato. I don't know what mine is called, but mine has essentially artichokes, mushrooms, I think it's prosciutto, and probably some mozzarella.
And mine has just all the meats and some bell peppers. Oh, that's good.
Yeah?
It's just like a nice crispy crust, and there are tons of toppings on it. So this is a really good pizza.
I feel like mine could use a little bit more cheese, but maybe this is how Italian pizza is.
Yours is mainly prosciutto at this point.
It's like a prosciutto crostini. All right, so we also stopped at the gelato stand, and I asked for their most highly recommended, and he told me the pistachio gelato that tastes like pistachios.
Wow. Amazing how the pistachio ice cream tastes like pistachio. Huh. Who would have thunk it?
We know how sometimes like cotton candy ice cream doesn't actually taste like cotton candy and like tastes good. This tastes exactly like pistachios.
It's pretty true. Like you just poured heavy cream on a pistachio and then popped it in your mouth.
Okay. So 1 out of 10, what would you give to Eataly considering both our dinner and our dessert?
Ooh, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10.
Oh, how come?
It's just an awesome concept that you can walk around and kind of experience so many different types of cuisine. You know, whereas in a restaurant, you're not gonna buy everything on the menu. Here you can get a little bit of everything.
I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I think the food was good. I think the atmosphere is really cool. It's very casual. Unfortunately, right now, due to COVID, a lot is closed. But I would be interested to see what it looks like when it's fully open. There's both like a bakery and a lot of other options, classes, like cooking sessions, things like that. There are a lot of other things that could make it like extra cool. So right now, I'll give it a 7, but I feel like it could be like a 9 out of 10. Hello, well, it is Saturday in Vegas. We slept in a bit, but we still have time for lunch and dinner today, so let's find out what we'll be having.
Okay, see if we can spin the wheel here. What do we got? Gordon Ramsay steak.
Ooh, fancy.
All right, turns out that Gordon Ramsay steak has no reservations for the rest of the weekend, so I guess that is the risk you take when playing this game. So we're gonna
try again.
The Peppermill. We are here at the Peppermill, and I think the best way to describe it is it's like a diner with all the nostalgia of old Vegas. So it's kind of like they just bought a diner and gave an interior decorator way too much money to go ham on it. So
it was made in the 70s though,
yes.
Right? So built in the 70s, kind of classic, iconic.
And it's across from what will be Resorts World, or Circus if you know that better. But it's actually way more happening than we thought it would be. So we had an 1.5 to 2 hour wait. So I think we're just gonna go walk around for a while. We'll see you in a bit.
Well, it ended up being about an 1.5 wait. I think they might have forgotten about us, but we finally got a table, yay! So this is the Scorpion, which is 64 ounces it's their signature cocktail, has 2 shots of rum, vodka, and cherry brandy. Oh gosh, does it have any mixer or is it all that?
I'm sure there's gotta be a mixer, otherwise this is a great value.
Well, it sure is strong.
That's good.
I feel like the brandy is a little overwhelming.
The benefit is you can taste the booze.
That is true.
The problem is there was no price on the menu, so I'm a little afraid to,
that's true. We have no
figure
idea
out how much it costs. Yeah, I think it's orange juice, maybe like a guava or pineapple juice, and then you can definitely taste the brandy and the rum.
Cherry brandy.
Assuming this isn't $100, it seems like not a bad deal, but
we have no idea what it is. We'll tell you later.
So I got the Conqueror, which I believe is like roast beef, tomato, bacon, and some aioli and some other stuff. It looked amazing. It's kind of just like a roast beef club sandwich. It's pretty good, but I'm not sure I would make it a special ordeal to get out here to have it.
And wait 2 hours to have
it. Like if you're here and there's 15-minute wait, like this is perfect. And especially if you've got a bowl full of booze.
Looks good. It's good. Yeah. Nothing else to say. It's a good pastrami sandwich.
How many hours would you wait for it?
I would wait about half an hour for it.
How much do you think the Scorpion was? What's your guess?
I'm gonna guess 60.
I'm actually kind of a little confused by it. It's $27, but there's a $10.23 open money service charge.
What's that mean? What's an open money service charge?
That's better than I thought it would be, though.
So a total of about $38, not bad.
Yeah, I think for $38, this is
yeah, it's a good deal actually for a Vegas drink.
Yeah,
that big. John, what would you score it? Overall impressions?
So I mean, it's a really good diner, but it is still a diner. Like if it's the question of am I going to go to Denny's next door or am I going to go to the Peppermill, you better go to the Peppermill.
I can see how people who maybe grew up going here or came here back in like the 70s or 80s, that it could be like super nostalgic and you would come no matter how long the wait and would just like make sure it's your Vegas must. But I don't have that sort of emotional attachment to it. So overall, I thought it was too long of a wait. The service was mediocre and the food was maybe slightly above average diner food. So 1 to 10, I'd give it a 4.
I'll give it a 4 as well. I think that's a proper score for it. What do we got? La Creperie! A nice dinner at La Creperie.
We are finally at the Creperie in Paris. This is one of my personal favorite places in all of Vegas. So it's this cute, just little stand in the Paris casino, which which is just absolutely darling. They have breakfast, they have savory options, they have dessert options, so it's totally good to make a meal out of or just a snack or dessert. They have everything.
You're gonna get one savory option and one sweet option.
So we just got our food, and we're gonna start with the Monte Cristo one since that's the more savory one. So fun little fact, at Disneyland, they have the best Monte Cristo sandwich ever at the Blue Bayou. So if you're going there, be sure to check it out. So we will see how this crepe compares. So it's ham, cheese, basil, and then like topped with strawberry jam and powdered sugar.
I got cheese only. That's not bad.
That's pretty good. I'm gonna say the sandwich at Disneyland is better. I feel like it needs a little more ham. Like the sweetness of the jam and the powdered sugar is kind of overpowering so far. I feel like it needs a little more ham and cheese.
And I think the crepe part of it is there's a little too much crepe and not enough like heavy filling.
I just got a bite that has no sugar or jam. That was quite good. Nice and savory.
That's very good though. This is part of a balanced breakfast. For dessert, we have the Nutella and banana. And I still have a cube of ham on my fork.
Yeah, don't mix the two. Looks very heavily full of Nutella. And it has some whipped cream on that, so we're going to get that before it melts.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm in Nutella banana heaven.
I feel like I just ate a spoonful of Nutella that had bits of banana.
What a delicious treat.
Oh.
Delicious.
I can feel my arteries just clogging as we speak.
So good. It's very rich. Ooh. But if you love Nutella, it's a great option.
Yeah. You gotta want to eat a jar of Nutella.
All right, we just finished our crepes. John, scale of 1 to 10, what would you give it?
I'm gonna give the hearty one a 7.
Okay.
I feel like the sugary one was just way too much sugar. Like I feel like I need a shot of insulin after eating that.
I would give it an 8. I love La Creperie and I loved the sugary one. I think they're just yummy. This was actually the first time. It's about 8:30 p.m. and this is the first time I've ever been here and there hasn't been like a crazy line down the walkway. So this was kind of a really great time to hit it up for just like a late night snack. It was pretty quick and the ambiance is just so fun in here. It really just feels like you're eating in a little Paris cafe. So 8 for me. All right, well, our time in Vegas has sadly come to an end. It's time to catch our flight home. But we had such a great time trying some amazing new foods here in Vegas. And there are so many awesome places to try here. So we really encourage you to play our game. Again, down in the description is all of the places we had on our Wheel of Chance. But please do your research, find some other fun ones. Let us know if you have a favorite that you just cannot miss here in Vegas. Write it down in the comments because we would love to try it next time we're here.
And if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe.